Hey guys, welcome back to Vega Mayhem. Today I'm going to be doing the highly requested video of the time I got arrested. I got my wine, I got some chocolate, I'm ready to go. Okay, so it all started at Wendy's. That's where I used to work at the time. Every single Tuesday we used to go to Waffle House after work. It was me and my friend, and it was just something that we did every single Tuesday. I had a car at the time, but I didn't have a license. But I had my permit, so that day I drove myself to work because I didn't have anybody that could take me, so I just drove myself. And when we got off work, she was like, hey, are we still going to Waffle House? I was like, yeah. She's like, you want me to drive you, or do you just want to drive yourself? So I was like, I'll just drive myself. I have my own car, whatever. That way I can just drive myself home. At the time, I had a feeling that I shouldn't be driving my car, but I was just like, whatever, just get in the car and just get to Waffle House because I was hungry. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So my car is a little hoopty. The lights never worked. I always had problems with my lights. So that was like problem number one that told me I probably shouldn't be driving out at 1 o'clock in the morning. So we're driving and I'm following behind Rebecca, and usually whenever it's a yellow light, she likes to floor it. So I assumed that this time she was just gonna run the yellow light, so I was gonna follow right behind her. She decides to slow down and come to a complete stop. So she's stopping and I'm going about 50 miles per hour, and I just crash into the back of her car. And it sounded like the movies, like in the movies when it sounds like just a whole bunch of like glass shattering. That's how it was. Oh my god. So anyways, I call her. I'm like, hey, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah. She's like, can you see the back of my car? Is my car okay? And I was like, yeah, it looks fine. Let's just get to Waffle House and then we'll just check the cars out. So we're driving down the street, whatever, and then just right there, you can see the big Waffle House sign. It looked very beautiful. We were ready to pull into that parking lot, and then all of a sudden, right behind me, the blue lights start flashing. And I start freaking out. Like, I literally start having like heart palpitations. I'm about to pass out while I'm driving, so I pull over, and then she pulls over in front of me and is waiting for me, and the cop comes, and he's like, hey, are you aware that your lights are out? I was just like, no, the lights always go out. He's like, are you drunk? I was like, no, sir, I just got off work. We're just going to Waffle House. He was like, well, usually drunk people are the ones that don't turn on their lights. Can I just see your license and registration, whatever? So I was like, yeah. So, I pull out my little bag. I'm digging in there, looking for a license that doesn't exist. I'm just digging. I pull out my wallet. I'm really slow about it. And then I look over to him like, sir, I don't have a license, but I have my permit. So I pull out my permit. He's like, okay, just give that to me. I give it to him. And then he's like, who's that? And I was like, oh, that's my friend. We were going to Waffle House together. She's just waiting for me. So then another cop he goes over there and tells her, leave. And then she goes to Waffle House. She's waiting for me. The police goes back to his car, and he's, doing the little checking thing that he does. And then he comes back and he's like, okay, everything checks out, but I'm gonna have to arrest you. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah, step out of the car, please. And I was like, oh my god. So I open the door, I get out, he turns me around, handcuffs me, and then I slip on the curb. So then we're walking, and I'm just like, wow, I just tripped over the curb. So he probably really does think that I'm drunk. So we get in the car. My arms are behind my back, and the handcuffs are on really tight. They're like digging into my skin. So then he puts my seatbelt on for me. He gets my purse out of the car. He takes out my phone. He's like, who can we call to come get your car? Because if there's nobody to get your car, then we're gonna have to get it towed, and then that's gonna cost more money for you to get your car later. So I was just like, oh, we'll just call my friend who's at Waffle House. So call my friend, and then she's like running down the street from Waffle House, like up the sidewalk. She's coming to get my car. So I'm in the back seat, and in the front seat is the officer, and I'm assuming his grandmother, some old lady in the front seat, and then he's driving me. I'm in the back seat crying. And we pull up to the facility, like the holding place. And she's like, oh, this is such a nice facility. You guys it must have been renovated or whatever. Like, they're just having like a chill time talking while I'm in the backseat sobbing my eyes out because I'm getting arrested at 3 o'clock in the morning. So anyways, we get in, and then, you know, they start the whole process of like, they made me take off my shoes, my hair tie. My hair was up in a bun because I just got out of work. They made me take off my ring, my earrings, everything was a weapon. My shoes were gone. They made me take off my bra because it was underwire. And they said that I could use that as a weapon to harm others or myself. So I was braless, sitting in a holding cell, waiting for my mom to come kill me, honestly. So after a little while, you know, they take my mugshot pictures, lovely pictures, I bet. And then they make me call my mom. So I had to call my mom, and they put it on speaker. We dial her up, and I have to tell her how much the bail's gonna be. The bail at the time, whenever I first called her, they said was around $850. So I call her. I'm like, hey mom, bail's gonna be $850. She was like yelling at me. She's like, what were you thinking, Jackie? Whatever. And she's like, where am I supposed to get that money out of? Am I supposed to pull it out of my ass? And I was like in shock because it's on speakerphone. So it's the guy that's calling my mom and then like 3 other people behind him. And the guy starts like fidgeting, looking for papers and like patting them down, just like looking around. And then we hang up. And I'm just staring at the phone because I'm like, wow, I'm gonna be here forever. Because my mom doesn't have $850 to bail me out. So then they come back with a folder that has like all my paperwork in it, and the cop was like, hey, like we made a mistake, whatever. Your actual bail is $1,200. Do you want to call her back and let her know? So like, does the phone have to be on speaker? He's like, yeah. And I was like, no, I don't want to call her back. I don't. I'm just gonna be here forever. So they put me in my little holding cell, whatever. I'm crying. I'm like grazing the wall with my hand, pacing back and forth, like, what am I gonna do, because I'm never gonna get out of here. And then they take me out, they do my thumbprints, and then they give me a mat that's like a tumbling mat. It was this thin, and a blanket, and they put me like in a cell, like an actual cell. And the lady was like, this is your bunk, the bathroom's back there behind that little wall, there's a TV, here's the remote, the TV works, and there was a phone. So then she leaves, and I sit there and I make myself comfortable. I have my little blanket and I'm like this. I'm like, okay, could be worse. I'm in here by myself. Get the remote. I go to turn the TV on, it doesn't turn on. So I click the power button again and it doesn't turn on. So then I start crying because I didn't get Waffle House. My mom's not bailing me out. The TV doesn't work. I don't have a bra. My hair's a hot mess. So then I just decided to lay there and go to sleep. And then like an hour or 2 later, the lady wakes me up, makes me take my little tumbling mat of a mattress and my blanket out to the hallway, and then she walks me to a door. They give me a trash bag that has all my stuff in it, and then my mom's outside waiting for me. And I was shaking so hard, it wasn't even cold, and I was like walking like this, like I was just shaking. I feel like I need a break. Okay, so I walk out. It's my mom and 2 of my sisters and the bail bonds lady, and of course my lovely sisters saved me a seat right next to my mom. So I'm nervous, I'm sitting there, whatever. The bail bonds lady is talking to me, like telling me to fill out this paperwork. So I'm filling it out, and like my hand is like this, like I'm shaking so hard I don't even know whose name I signed because it was not legible. So then my mom and my sisters had gone to Waffle House to pick up my car, so we go outside and it's my mom's car and my car. My car is all types of messed up, like the bumper was off, it was crushed, and they were asking me, they were like, what happened to your car? I was like, nothing. That's a problem for another day. Like I did not want to get into it. So my sisters take my car and I get to sit in the car with my mom, so I'm smart and I sit in the seat behind her so she can't hit me. She doesn't have that arm grip, but she has short arms, so she couldn't get me. First thing she does is drive to the bank and makes me give her my card, and she takes all my money out. I had $0 in the bank, and I was okay with it. I was like, as long as she doesn't beat me, she can have all my money forever. She just bailed me out of jail. So anyways, I had a probation officer, and I wasn't allowed to leave the state of Georgia, which sucked because me and my friend had planned to go to Orlando with her family to hang out. So that vacation was canceled. And then I had to meet up with my probation officer, you know, so he can make sure that I was doing all right. A few days after I got arrested, I got my license. It was great, liberating moment for me. So yeah, that's basically the story about the time that I got arrested. Oh, and my mom always said that we got one freebie where she would bail us out of jail, and I used mine. Long story short, don't drive without a license, because you will get arrested and you will have to spend the night in jail. Alrighty guys, well thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shout out to Sephora, the only person that actually wants to see this video. This one was for you. Just let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you want me to do or me and Julie to do, and as always, subscribe.